Well, greetings, BCOT247 students. This is Mr. Doucette, and this is week number 4 of our 15-week course in business communications here at Cerritos College. And as always, I'm just doing a quick announcement video to kind of bring you up to speed on what assignments that you should be working on this week. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And here we are on my dashboard in Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and select our class, and then that will bring me into our course homepage, which of course is really 3 courses combined together. I just merged everybody into one Canvas shell, but you're all there. All the assignments are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and select module number 1, since that's where we're at. And then it's going to open up our modules. So of course, this past week we did chapter 11 on I'm not really sure of the content. I think it was on business presentations was chapter 12, and then chapter 11, I believe, is professionalism. So that was what we covered this past week. And now we're going to be moving into chapter number 2. So we're kind of jumped to the back end of the book to cover a couple of topics so that I could get you up to speed for your individual presentation. And now we're going to head back to the front of the book and go to chapter 2 this coming week. So again, you're going to have a check-in assignment. You're also going to have a quiz on chapter 2. The check-in assignment is 3 to 4 questions out of chapter 2. So remember, on the check-in assignment, you should really be giving me about 2 or 3 sentences in your answers. And you don't have to give me anything but what the textbook says the answer is. So I'm deriving you to the textbook. And the purpose of that is so that you understand these key principles that are very important for you to know. And so make sure when you do the check-in assignment, you give me a substantial enough answer that demonstrates that you get what the book is saying on the topic. Really just what the textbook says is all I'm looking for there. But of course, those aren't the only assignments this week. We're going to move the individual presentation down here as well as the discussion post. These are 2 assignments that you have a few weeks to get done. The discussion post, as you know, is basically you making a list, really 2 lists, of the top 10 do's and don'ts of giving a presentation, and then the top 10 do's and don'ts of using presentation software like PowerPoint. For instance, you don't want to have a paragraph of text on your PowerPoint slides. You want to have bullet points. You want to follow the 6x6 rule, which is 6 bullet points with 6 words in each bullet point. That's the maximum you should have on any one slide. You should use pictures on your slide. You should use transitions. You should use builds. Those are all things that you should put in your list for the do's and don'ts of business presentation software. So 2 lists. And then the goal of the assignment for the discussion post is you make your initial list, and then you view, and comment on at least a few other students' lists. You update your list so that you have a final one. And on the last week of that assignment, you should be submitting your final list. So really, I should see an initial list separated by some time, some comments on other students' lists, and then your final list separated again by some more time. So that's what I'm looking for. If you did it all in the same day, you're not going to get full credit because that wasn't the idea of the assignment. So please spread it out. And then, of course, your individual presentation, you have a couple of weeks still before that's due. And so this week, I would just encourage you to start building your slides in PowerPoint. And again, this is your 4 significant life events. And so you should have come up with your 4 events so far. You should have maybe began to build some slides for each one of the 4 events. And then you're going to begin to, add transitions and some pictures and things like that to finish your slides. And then you're going to record yourself giving the presentation in PowerPoint. So follow all the instructions there on that. And there is a video in that assignment that explains the assignment in more detail. So make sure you watch that. But that's pretty much it for this week. So you have a check-in assignment on chapter 2, a quiz on chapter 2, and then you're going to continue your discussion post, and you're going to continue working on your individual presentation. Again, this first module for this class is really about these things. And then when we move into module number 2, we're going to be doing a new assignment every week, which is a writing assignment, either an email, a letter, or a memo. And so keep in mind that right now it's a little light as far as the load. It's going to get a little heavier in the second module. And then the last module will be dealing with employment communication, such as your resume, your cover letter, and then we're going to be doing mock interviews, and that'll be the last module of the course. So keep that all in mind. If you have any issue, by the way, with doing a mock interview, because you will need to log in and you will need to join with other students in a live session. And so for some reason, absolutely that is not going to work for you, then let me know. I'll give you an alternative assignment. The alternative assignment, however, is a 4-page proposal that you'll have to write. I'm telling you, the mock interview is so much easier and I think so much more beneficial. So please try and make every effort to be able to be free when we start scheduling those. So that way it's just going to be a lot better of an experience than having to write a proposal. But if you can't do it, then I'll have you write the proposal for the same amount of points that are possible as the mock interview. All right, that's it for this week. If you have any questions or issues, please don't hesitate to meet me in my office hour on Tuesday from 12:30 to 1:45, or 1:30, 12:30 to 1:30. And I will meet you in there. You can just click the Zoom link on the homepage, and or the office hours link that'll bring you to the Zoom link on our homepage, and then I'll be in there during that hour during the week. And if not, you can text me or email me, and I'll set up a different time that works better for you. That's it for week number 4. Have a great week, and you will all see me again on video next week. Until